Hello. Whether my voice is audible to everyone? Whether PPTs are visible? Okay. We'll wait for another 1 minute and after that we'll start. How many students were present for automobile lecture? 30. What about remaining student? Okay, we'll start. So in the last lecture, we have started our chapter number 3, that is nothing but the refrigerant. So few part or some concept we have covered under that chapter, that is nothing but refrigerant. So we have first of all seen what is syllabus related to the chapter 3, that is nothing but refrigerant. After that we have seen the assignment related to the chapter number 3. Then we have seen the definition of refrigerant. So who will tell me the definition of refrigerant? So as we are knowing that in any of the refrigeration system, so refrigeration system is nothing but system which is absorbing the heat from lower body temperature and which is rejecting the heat to the higher body temperature, and by doing so that system is maintaining the temperature below surrounding temperature. So to do so, that means to absorb the heat from lower body temperature and to reject the heat to that higher body temperature, to maintain the temperature inside the temperature of that substance below surrounding temperature, whatever working substance we are using, that working substance is called as a refrigerant. So within first 5 minutes, I will take the overlook of the syllabus or part which we have covered in the last lecture. So first of all, definition of refrigerant. So refrigerant is nothing but one working substance which can transfer the heat from lower temperature region to a higher temperature region, and that lower temperature region to higher temperature region heat transfer will be taking place mainly because of changing the phase of that refrigerant or changing the temperature of that refrigerant. So we are knowing that two types of refrigeration system. So first one is nothing but air refrigeration system, and second one is nothing but vapor compression refrigeration system. So whatever air refrigeration system is there, in that air refrigeration system, whatever refrigerant we are using, that refrigerant is absorbing the sensible heat only. Whereas in case of vapor compression refrigeration system, as there is a phase change of refrigerant, because in case of air refrigeration system, phase change of refrigerant is not taking place. So throughout the system, that air is only changing its temperature. That's why there will be absorption of sensible heat. Whereas in case of vapor compression refrigeration system, whereas in case of vapor compression refrigeration system, as that refrigerant is changing its phase as well as changing its temperature. That's why the heat which is involved in case of, or the heat which is being absorbed by that refrigerant is nothing but sensible as well as latent heat. So for different application, we are using the different type of refrigerant. So suitability of refrigerant for a particular application is depend upon the various properties of that refrigerant. Various properties of refrigerant, we are depending upon various properties of refrigerant, we can choose the proper refrigerant for proper application or particular refrigerant for particular application. Now we move towards the next point, that is nothing but the classification of refrigerant. So we are knowing that whatever refrigerants, number of refrigerants we have seen. So whatever number of refrigerants are there, those are classified mainly into two category. First one is called as a primary refrigerant. Second one is called as a secondary refrigerant. Then primary refrigerant will be classified into four subtypes. Out of that, first one is nothing but halocarbon refrigerant. Second one, azeotropy refrigerant. Third one is nothing but inorganic refrigerant, and last one is nothing but hydrocarbon refrigerant. And whatever secondary refrigerants are there, those are classified into two categories. First one is called as a water, and second one is called as a brine solution. Water and brine solution. Now, what is the basic difference between primary refrigerant and secondary refrigerant? What is the basic difference between primary and secondary refrigerant? So in case of primary refrigerant, so primary refrigerant is nothing but the refrigerant which directly absorb the heat from the substance which you want to cool. which directly absorb the heat from the substance which we want to cool, or which directly takes place or which directly take part in the heat absorption as well as heat rejection. That type of refrigerant is called as a primary refrigerant. Simple example is nothing but whatever our domestic refrigerator is there. So in that domestic refrigerator, whatever refrigerant which we are using, so that refrigerant is, whenever that refrigerant will pass through the evaporating coil, that refrigerant will directly absorb the heat from the substance which we have kept inside the fridge. So the refrigerant which is used in the domestic refrigerator will be called as a primary refrigerant. So primary refrigerant is nothing but the refrigerant which directly take part in the heat absorption process called as a primary refrigerant, whereas secondary refrigerant, is nothing but the refrigerant which are first cooled by the primary refrigerant. Secondary refrigerant are nothing but the refrigerant which are first cooled by the primary refrigerant, and then it is used for the cooling purpose. So if you see the ice manufacturing industry, in that ice manufacturing industry, how that ice will be manufactured? So there will be the ice can. Suppose these are nothing but the ice can. And inside this ice can, if I'm going to pour water, suppose here I'm going to pour water. So here I want to convert that water into ice inside this ice can. So for conversion of water into ice inside the ice can, I need to absorb the heat. From this water. So for heat absorption purpose, or for absorption of heat from this water, here surrounding to that ice can, I will have the brine solution. Suppose this is nothing but the brine solution, and this brine solution, suppose this is one compartment. So this brine solution will be circulated. Whatever brine solution is available here, this brine solution will be circulated through the evaporating coil. Suppose this brine solution we are circulating through the evaporating coil, and surrounding to that evaporating coil, suppose we are having the primary refrigerant, or we are having the vapor absorption refrigeration system or vapor compression refrigeration system. So here, suppose this brine solution we are circulating again and again. So whatever brine solution is passing through this coil, so here surrounding to this coil we will have the primary refrigerant. So that primary refrigerant will first of all absorb the heat. Primary refrigerant will first of all absorb the heat from the brine solution, and because of heat absorption from the brine solution, here temperature of brine solution will goes on decreasing, and that lower temperature brine solution will absorb the heat from the water which we want to convert into the ice. So in this process, whatever heat absorption is taking place, so that heat absorption is taking place first of all, that means that heat absorption is not directly heat absorption. So here primary refrigerant is first of all absorbing the heat from the secondary refrigerant, that is nothing but brine solution, and because of the same, the temperature of brine solution will goes on decreasing, and that brine solution will be used for absorption of heat from the substance which you want to cool. So in short, secondary refrigerant is nothing but the refrigerant. Secondary refrigerant is nothing but the refrigerant which are first cooled by the primary refrigerant, and then used for absorption of heat. That will be called as a secondary refrigerant. Now, classification of primary refrigerant. So we have seen that there are basically 4 type of primary refrigerant. First one is nothing but halocarbon refrigerant. Second one is nothing but azeotropy refrigerant. Third one is nothing but inorganic refrigerant, and last one is nothing but hydrocarbon refrigerant. So in the last lecture we have started the halocarbon refrigerant. So as the name indicate, halo plus carbon, that is called as a halocarbon refrigerant. So if in a chemical formula along with carbon, if in a chemical formula along with carbon, if any of the halogen atom is present. Any of the halogen atom means either chlorine, fluorine or bromine. Halogen atom means chlorine, fluorine or bromine. So if along with carbon, chlorine, fluorine or bromine, or chlorine as well as fluorine or chlorine as well as bromine, one or more than one of the halogen atom will be present along with the carbon, then such type of refrigerant will be called as a halocarbon refrigerant. Are you getting to whom we should call as a halocarbon? कार्बन बरोबर जर क्लोरीन, फ्लोरीन, ब्रोमिन त्यापैकी तिन्हीपैकी एक किंवा तिन्ही पण असतील तर चालतील किंवा तिन्हीपैकी दोन, आयदर क्लोरीन, फ्लोरीन, क्लोरीन, ब्रोमिन और फ्लोरीन, ब्रोमिन किंवा तिन्हीपैकी एक अलॉंग विथ कार्बन असेल तर त्याला काय म्हणणार आहे त्या रेफ्रिजरंटला? हॅलोकार्बन रेफ्रिजरंट. सो अमेरिकन सोसायटी ऑफ हीटिंग, रेफ्रिजरेशन and air conditioning engineer, that is nothing but ASHRAE. So ASHRAE has identified total 42 compound as a halocarbon refrigerant, but out of those 42 compound, very few compounds or very few refrigerants are used in day-to-day life application, or very few refrigerant will be used extensively. So here, as here in this type of refrigerant along with carbon, halogen atom is present. So all the refrigerant will be produced synthetically. All the refrigerant will be produced synthetically, and those refrigerant will be also called as a freon group of refrigerant. This is also called as a freon family or freon group of refrigerant. Freon group of refrigerant. So in all those type of refrigerant along with carbon, there will be either chlorine, either fluorine or bromine, or there will be the combination of chlorine, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, or all the three halogen atom. Then and then only we are going to call those refrigerant as a halocarbon refrigerant. So in the market, those refrigerants are available under the trade name of Genetron. Under the trade name of Genetron. Second one is nothing but Isotron, or third one is nothing but Arctron. So for multiple choice question, this question may be asked, that is halocarbon refrigerants are available in the market under the trade name of. So trade name is nothing but either Genetron, Isotron or Arctron. So under this trade name, those halocarbon refrigerants are available in the market. So whatever halocarbon type of refrigerants are there, so all the or most of the halocarbon types of refrigerants are used for domestic as well as commercial and industrial type of refrigeration system. So main application of halocarbon refrigerant is nothing but in the field of domestic refrigeration, commercial refrigeration and industrial refrigeration system. So this is the area of application of halocarbon refrigerant. So we have seen the various type of halocarbon refrigerant. So here those refrigerants are nothing but, first one is nothing but R11 under halocarbon refrigerant, R11, R12, R13, R21, R22, R30, R40, then R100, R113, R114, R114A, R115. So those are nothing but the refrigerant number, and chemical formulae of those refrigerant is nothing but this chemical formulae, and chemical name of those refrigerant is nothing but these are the chemical name. So in the last lecture we have seen here in the chemical formulae along with carbon there will be chlorine, fluorine or bromine or combination of those, and if vacancy or valency of that carbon will not be fulfilled, then that will be fulfilled with the help of hydrogen atom. So here we have seen also how to read this name. So first of all, number of chlorine atom we have to find out, then we have to find out number of fluorine atom and number of carbon atom. So if number of chlorine atom will be 1, that will be called as a monochloro, 2 dichloro, 3 trichloro, 4 tetrachloro, and 5 chlorine atom means pentachloro. Similarly, fluorine atom or bromine atom, 1 mono, 2 di, 3 tri, 4 tetra, and 5 means penta. So first of all we have to find out number of chlorine atom, and accordingly we have to give the name. So here 3 chlorine atoms are present, that's why called as a trichloro. That's why called as a trichloro. Then we have to find out number of fluorine atom. So 1 fluorine atom, that's why monofluoro, and number of carbon atom. So if 1 carbon atom will be present, then that will be the base of methane. That will be the base of methane in chemistry, 12th science chemistry. We have seen that if 1 carbon atom will be present, that will be called as a methane. If 2 carbon atom will be present, that will be called as a ethane. If 3 carbon atom will be present, that will be called as a propane. And if 4 carbon atom will be present, then that will be called as a butane. So here, as 1 carbon atom is present, that's why it is the base of methane. Here, if you see another refrigerant, suppose here CCl2 FCF3. So here also, how many number of chlorine atoms are there? 2 chlorine atoms are present. So how to read the name of this refrigerant? So number of chlorine atom is nothing but 2 chlorine. So it will be the dichloro. Number of fluorine atom. So this is nothing but 3 fluorine plus 1 fluorine. 3 plus 1 is nothing but 4 fluorine. That's why that will be called as a tetrafluoro. And number of carbon atom is nothing but this is the first carbon and this is the second carbon. So as 2 carbon are present, that's why it will be the base of ethane. So likewise, we can read the name of those refrigerant. So here, these are nothing but refrigerant number. Of most commonly used halocarbon refrigerant out of those 42 refrigerant. This is nothing but the chemical formulas of each refrigerant, and this is nothing but the chemical name of those refrigerant. Now, in the last lecture itself, I have told you that. So here, based on this, we can again classify this halocarbon refrigerant. As a CFC refrigerant, HCFC refrigerant, and HFC refrigerant. So what is the meaning of CFC refrigerant? Who will tell me? What is the meaning of CFC? Chlorofluorocarbon. So if you see the refrigerant formula, chemical formula of R11, R12. If you see this chemical formula, here, along with carbon, there is a chlorine, there is a fluorine. So this refrigerant will fall under the CFC type of refrigerant. CFC means chlorofluorocarbon. So if in the chemical formula of that refrigerant, only chlorine, fluorine, and carbon is present, then that type of refrigerant will be called as a CFC type of refrigerant. So here for R12 also, R11, for R12 also, only carbon, chlorine, and fluorine is present. So this R12 is also falling under the category of CFC. If you see the R13, chlorine, fluorine, and carbon. So this is again CFC type of refrigerant. So R11, R12, R13, those are the CFC type of refrigerant. Then another type is called as the HCFC type of refrigerant. What is the meaning of HCFC? I am purposefully repeating this thing. Why? Because this chapter is completely theoretical chapter. So last lecture I think we have conducted in the last week. So many days after we are conducting the lecture. That's why to brush up that I am conducting this lecture. So HCFC type of refrigerant, HCFC. So what is the meaning of HCFC? Will tell. What is the meaning of HCFC? Hydrochlorofluorocarbon. So if in the chemical formula of that refrigerant, along with chlorine, fluorine, and carbon, if hydrogen atom will be present, then that type of refrigerant will be called as a HCFC type of refrigerant. So if you see R21 here, chlorine is present, fluorine is present, carbon is present, hydrogen is present. So R21 will fall under the category of HCFC. R22, here chlorine is present, fluorine is present, hydrogen is present, carbon is present. So R22 is again falling under the category of HCFC type of refrigerant. And last one is nothing but HFC refrigerant. Last one is nothing but HFC type of refrigerant. So that will be called as a hydrochlorofluorine refrigerant. HFC type of refrigerant, that will be called as a hydrofluorocarbon refrigerant. Hydrofluorocarbon type of refrigerant. So these are the three categories which are falling under the halocarbon type of refrigerant. So some of the common properties of that halocarbon refrigerant. Some of the common properties of that halocarbon refrigerant. First common property is nothing but all the halocarbon type of refrigerant. All the halocarbon type of refrigerant are non-toxic in nature, non-flammable in nature, non-explosive in nature, non-corrosive, non-irritant to human body and eye. So whatever this first point is there, that is applicable for all the type of halocarbon refrigerant. Then second one is nothing but all the halocarbon type of refrigerant. All the halocarbon type of refrigerant are odorless as well as colorless. That means that halocarbon refrigerant will not have the distinct odor as well as color. So that will be called as a odorless as well as colorless. Then all the halocarbon type of refrigerant will not react with the food product stored in the refrigerated space. That means here we can use that halocarbon type of refrigerant in the food industry or food processing industry, because by chance, if there will be the leakage of that refrigerant, and if that refrigerant will come in contact with the food or food product which is processed in that industry, then because of that leakage of refrigerant, if that refrigerant will come in contact with that food product or food processing, then also it is not affecting on that food product or quality of that food product. So halocarbon refrigerant. Then next one is nothing but it will not react with the lubricating oil. It has, or all the halocarbon refrigerant are having the excellent thermodynamic properties. So again, after this type of refrigerant or classification of refrigerant, we are going to see the various properties of refrigerant. So each and every refrigerant will possess thermodynamic property, physical property, and chemical property. Chemical is also called as a safe working property. So that property also we are going to see. So there you will understand what is meant by excellent thermodynamic property. Only disadvantage of that halocarbon refrigerant is nothing but it is affecting on the ozone. It is affecting on the ozone. That means because of this, ozone layer will get depleted. Because of this, ozone layer is getting depleted. So as this halocarbon refrigerant is consisting of the chlorine, because of this chlorine only, chlorine atom which is present in the chemical formula of that refrigerant. So that chlorine atom is having the tendency to consume the ozone molecule. So one chlorine atom can consume near about 1 lakh of the ozone molecule. How that we are going to see in the last part of this chapter. That is nothing but effect of refrigerant on the environment. So here the major disadvantage of that halocarbon refrigerant is nothing but it is affecting on the ozone layer, and because of this only one disadvantage, nowadays we are not using those halocarbon refrigerant or monotrol protocol. That is one regulating committee. That regulating committee has suggested not to use the halocarbon refrigerant in most of the application. So these refrigerant, halocarbon type of refrigerants are in the near future, these halocarbon refrigerants are totally going to ban. So these are nothing but the halocarbon refrigerant. So few example of halocarbon refrigerant. So these are the example of halocarbon refrigerant. which are coming under the CFC type of refrigerant. CFC means chlorofluorocarbon. Under HCFC type of refrigerant, R22, R213, sorry, 123. Those are coming under the HCFC type of refrigerant, hydrochlorofluorocarbon. And HFC means hydrofluorocarbon refrigerant. So under hydrofluorocarbon refrigerant, here R134A, R404A, R407C, R410A. These refrigerants are nowadays extensively used. Why? Because if you see, in case of HFC refrigerant, what is the meaning of HFC? Hydrofluorocarbon type of refrigerant. So here only hydrogen, fluorine and carbon is present. In case of HFC type of refrigerant, chlorine atom is not present, or chlorine atom is not available. And as chlorine atom is affecting on the ozone layer, so the main molecule which is affecting on the ozone layer is nothing but chlorine, because one chlorine atom is having the tendency to consume near about 1 lakh of ozone molecule. So here, in case of HFC type of refrigerant, that chlorine atom itself is not available. That's why here, if you see the ozone depletion potential, afterwards at the end of this chapter, we are going to come under the two words. First one is called as the ozone depletion potential, and second word is nothing but global warming potential. Ozone depletion potential, that is also called as a ODP, and GWP called as a global warming potential. So here for HFC type of refrigerant, as chlorine atom is not present, which is causing the ozone layer. So because of absence of chlorine atom, here HFC type of refrigerants are not depleting the ozone layer. That's why nowadays, if you see, most of the time we are using the R134A refrigerant, R404A or R407 or R410A type of refrigerant, and those refrigerants are not affecting on the ozone depletion, because here chlorine atom is not present in those refrigerants. So under this halocarbon refrigerant, HFC type of refrigerants are nowadays mostly used in day-to-day application or domestic as well as commercial application. Now, out of those 42 type of refrigerant, halocarbon refrigerant, the most commonly used halocarbon refrigerant are nothing but R11, R12 and R22. R11, R12 and R22. So here, what we are calling it as a R11, R12 or R22. So for here, in that R, each and every word is having specific meaning. So when we are going to see the designation system of that halocarbon refrigerant, at that time you will come to know what is the meaning of that R, what is the meaning of this 1, what is the meaning of 2, or in case of R22, what is the meaning of this 2, what is the meaning of this 2, what is the meaning of this R. Only for halocarbon type of refrigerant, so here instead of R12 you can also call this as a F12, or instead of R22 you can also call it as a F22. Why this is so? Because that halocarbon type of refrigerant is also called as a freon group of refrigerant. So here R is indicating the refrigerant. R is for indication of refrigerant. So here instead of R, for halocarbon refrigerant you can also indicate or also designate as a F. That is nothing but freon 12. That is also called as a R12, or that is also called as a, what is the chemical name of this formula, or what is the chemical name of that R12? Difluoromethane. That is the chemical name of that R12. So R11, R12 and R22, these are the refrigerant which are extensively used, or which were extensively used for under that halocarbon type of refrigerant. So we will see some of the properties of those R11, R12, R22. So in the last slide, we have seen the common properties of halocarbon refrigerant. So those all the common properties will be applicable for those R11, R12 as well as R22. But apart from those common properties, some of the specific properties we are going to see in this slide. So here R12, R22, R11, those are the most commonly used refrigerant. Under that R12 refrigerant. So whatever this R12 refrigerant is there, so that R12 refrigerant is having the boiling point temperature as a minus 29 degrees centigrade, minus 29 degrees centigrade at atmospheric pressure. So this is very much popular. This is very much popular refrigerant, which is odorless as well as colorless, as well as non-toxic, non-corrosive, non-flammable, and non-irritating. So whatever this refrigerant is there, so this R12 refrigerant is most commonly used for domestic as well as commercial application. So domestic as well as commercial application means whatever our domestic refrigerator is there, as well as whatever our ice freezer is there, water cooler, then room and window air conditioning units are there, as well as ice cream manufacturing industry. In case of deep freezer also, we are using those R12 refrigerant. So to identify each and every refrigerant, in the market, each and every refrigerant will be preserved in a specific color of the cylinder, So here for R12 refrigerant will be preserved, or R12 refrigerant will be available in the market, which will have the cylinder color code as a white. Are you getting? So white cylinder color code is indicating the R12 refrigerant. Similarly, R22 refrigerant. So if you see the boiling point temperature of that R22 refrigerant, so the boiling point temperature of that R22 refrigerant is nothing but minus 41 degrees centigrade. At atmospheric pressure. In the market, that R22 refrigerant will be available in the cylinder, which will have the color code as a light green. Color code of that cylinder as a light green. So in the market, if you want to purchase the R22 refrigerant, then you have to purchase the cylinder which is having the color code as a light green. And this R22 refrigerants are mostly used in case of air conditioning unit as well as household refrigerator. And last one is nothing but R11. So this R11 refrigerant will have the boiling point temperature. आतापर्यंत R12 as well as R22 चा जर boiling point बघितला तर R12 चा boiling point temperature किती होता? -29 होता. R22 चा किती होता? -41 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. म्हणजे काय? -41 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेडला ज्यावेळेस तुमच्याकडे ॲटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर असेल. हॅलो, वेदर यू आर एबल टू सी द स्क्रीन? काहीतरी सांगा. Hello, whether you are able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no issue.
Yes, sir.
So here, if you see the boiling point temperature, R12 is having the boiling point temperature as a -29, whereas R22 is having the boiling point temperature as a -41 at atmospheric pressure. That means at -41 degrees centigrade, that liquid refrigerant is getting converted into vapor refrigerant, or vapor refrigerant is getting converted into liquid refrigerant. But if you see R11, the boiling point temperature of R11 is nothing but plus 23.77 degrees centigrade. Plus 23.77 degrees centigrade. So here, this will be called as a low pressure refrigerant. Why low pressure refrigerant? Because here, if you want to if you want to have this R11 as a refrigerant in any of the refrigeration system, then you have to run that refrigeration system, or the evaporating pressure you have to keep as a very much low. Then and then only it is possible to convert that paper refrigerant into liquid or liquid refrigerant into paper. So here in the market, whatever that R11 refrigerants are available, that R11 refrigerants are available in the cylinder which is having the color code as a orange, which is having the color code as a orange. And this type of refrigerants are mainly used in case of centrifugal compressor. This R11 refrigerant is used only with the large centrifugal compressor, and in the air conditioning system which is having the capacity as a 200 TR and above. That means in between 200 TR to 2000 TR ton of refrigeration capacity, we can use R11 as a refrigerant. So those are some specific property out of those halocarbon refrigerant. Now area of application which we have seen. So apart from that R11, R12, another refrigerants are also there. So as we are knowing that R11 is mainly used in case of air conditioning system which are having the capacity as a 200 TR to 2000 TR, 200 TR to 2000 TR. R12 will be used. R12 will be used in air conditioning plant. That means for domestic application only we are using that R12 air conditioning. Then whatever our domestic refrigerator is there, freezer, ice cream cabinet, as well as water cooler, window air conditioner and automobile air conditioner, there we are using R12 as a refrigerant. Then R13 refrigerant will be used in case of cascade refrigeration system, in case of cascade refrigeration system, and that too towards lower temperature side. So whatever cascade refrigeration system will be there, that cascade refrigeration system is nothing but combination of two PCRS system. So out of that two PCRS system, one side or two or more than two PCRS system. So out of that two or more than two PCRS system, one side will be called as a lower temperature, another side will be called as a higher temperature. So that cascade refrigeration system is one of the type of our cryogenic system. So we are going to see that cascade refrigeration system in the chapter number 8, that is nothing but cryogenic system. So at that time you will come to know what is meant by low temperature side and what is meant by high temperature side. Then R113 refrigerant will be used in case of air conditioning system which is having the capacity as a small to medium, as well as for industrial cooling purpose also. And next refrigerant is nothing but R114. That R114 is also called as a blending means mixture or homogeneous mixture of R22 and R115. R22 and R115, that will be called as a blending. So that refrigerant will be called as a R114. So that will be used in case of household refrigerator and in large industrial cooling frozen food ice cream display. So there we are using that R114 refrigerant. So those are the few applications of various halocarbon refrigerant. Then designation of refrigeration system. Designation of refrigeration system. That means how we are giving the name R11, R12 or R113 or R112 based on the chemical formula. Suppose, so whatever halocarbon refrigerants are there, those are designated. 1 minute. So whatever halocarbon refrigerants are there, those are designated by the designation system called as a RXYZ. R, X, Y and Z. R, X, Y, Z. So here in case of halocarbon refrigerant, you can replace that R by F also. That is also called as a FXYZ. F, X, Y and Z. Now each and every letter in that XYZ will have the specific meaning. Each and every letter in that XYZ will have the specific meaning. So out of that, whatever, 1 minute, I think. So here each and every letter will have the specific meaning. So out of that, whatever Z term is there, that Z term is indicating the number of fluorine atom. Z term is indicating the number of fluorine atom in the chemical formula. Then whatever another term is there, Y term, that Y term is indicating the number of hydrogen plus 1. Number of hydrogen plus 1. And whatever third digit is there, that third digit is indicating number of carbon minus 1. Number of carbon minus 1. Now, if you are knowing this system, if you are knowing this designation system, then after knowing this designation system, with the help of a refrigerant number, you are able to find out the chemical formula as well as chemical name. Or if reverse procedure is there, that means if you are knowing the chemical formula, and based on chemical formula, if you want to find out the refrigerant number, then also with the help of this system it is possible. Now for example, suppose we will take one example. Suppose I want to find out the chemical formula. for R12, refrigerant. So as per our designation system, here 2 is indicating. What is the meaning of 2? So here 2 is nothing but first digit. Here first digit, second digit and third digit. So here R12 means R012, but 0 will not have any meaning. That's why that will be called as a R12. So here 2 will indicate. What is the meaning of 2? But that 2 is indicating number of, tell anyone, that 2 is indicating number of fluorine atom. Whatever another digit is there, that another digit is indicating number of hydrogen atom plus 1. Third digit is 0. That 0 is indicating number of carbon atom minus 1. And here R is indicating the refrigerant. In case of halocarbon refrigerant, that R can also be replaced by F. So here how many number of fluorine atoms are there? Number of fluorine atoms are nothing but 2. Here number of H plus 1 is nothing but 1. It will indicate that number of hydrogen atom is nothing but, how many number of hydrogen atoms are there? H plus 1 is equal to 1 जर असेल तर H is equal to किती येणार आहे? 0. So H will be equal to 0. The third digit is indicating C minus 1. So what is the value of C minus 1? C minus 1 is nothing but equal to 0. So it will indicate number of carbon atom is equal to, how many carbon atom will be there? Carbon atom will be equal to 1. Number of carbon atom will be equal to 1. So here you are having the R12 is indicating the chemical formula which is containing number of fluorine atom as a 2, number of hydrogen atom is nothing but 0, number of carbon atom is nothing but 1. Now as there is only one carbon atom, so one carbon atom is indicating which base? Methane base. So here there is only one carbon atom. So one carbon atom will have the how many valency or valency? One carbon atom will have the 4 valency. So out of that 4 valency, here as you are having only one carbon atom, so one carbon atom will have the 4 valency. Out of that 4 valency, how many valencies are fulfilled with the help of fluorine? 2 valencies are fulfilled with the help of fluorine atom. So here, suppose this valency is fulfilled with the help of fluorine atom. This valency is fulfilled with the help of fluorine atom. What about this remaining two valency? How many hydrogen atoms are present? Number of hydrogen atoms are equal to 0. जर हायड्रोजन ॲटम 0 असतील तर बाकीच्या ज्या काय व्हॅलन्सी राहिलेल्या असतील त्या बाकीच्या व्हॅलन्सी कशाने फुलफिल होणार आहे? either chlorine or bromine, and most of the time we are fulfilling that or those will be fulfilled with the help of chlorine only. So here there will be the chlorine and there will be another one will be the chlorine. So whatever R12 refrigerant will be there, R12 refrigerant will be there, that chemical formula of that R12 will be equal to C. How many chlorine atoms are there? 2 chlorine, so Cl2. And how many fluorine atoms are there? 2 fluorine atom, that is nothing but F2. CCl2F2. CCl2F2, that is nothing but chemical formula of R12. And what will be the chemical name of that R12? Chemical name काय असणार आहे? कोण सांगेल? What will be the chemical name? Dichloromethane. Because here how many chlorine atoms are present? Here how many chlorine atoms are present? 2 chlorine, that's why dichloro. 2 fluorine, that's why difluoro. And 1 carbon atom is there, that's why that will be called as a methane. So dichloromethane, that will be the chemical name of R12, and chemical formula is nothing but CCl2F2. Are you getting? So this is nothing but forward way. Now backward, that means reverse direction. Suppose you are having the, or you are knowing the chemical formula of refrigerant, and based on that chemical formula of that refrigerant, you have to find out the chemical or refrigerant number. Suppose chemical formula is nothing but CClF2, 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 CClF2. This is the chemical formula of the refrigerant. What will be the chemical name of this refrigerant? कोण सांगेल? What will be the chemical name of this refrigerant? केमिकल नाव काय असणार आहे ह्याचं? लवकर सांगा. What will be the chemical name of this refrigerant? How many chlorine atoms are present? हा एक आणि हा एक, 2 क्लोरीन. दॅट मीन्स काय होणार आहे? 2 क्लोरीन म्हणून. लवकर सांगा, टाइम नाही आपल्याकडे तेवढा. 2 क्लोरीन आहेत म्हणून काय म्हणणार आहे मी? डायक्लोरो. क्लोरीन किती आहेत? या ठिकाणी 2 आणि ह्या ठिकाणी 2, म्हणून त्याला काय म्हणणार आहे? 4 फ्लोरीन. त्याला काय म्हणणार आहे? 4 फ्लोरीन असतील तर टेट्राफ्लोरो. डायक्लोरो, टेट्राफ्लोरो. हाऊ मेनी नंबर ऑफ कार्बन atoms are present? How many number of carbon atoms are present? 2 कार्बन. 2 कार्बन म्हणून कोणता बेस झाला? मिथेन, इथेन, प्रोपेन, ब्युटेन, इथेन बेस. So the chemical name will be dichloro. 2 क्लोरीन आहेत म्हणून डायक्लोरो. 4 फ्लोरीन आहे म्हणून टेट्राफ्लोरो. आणि 2 कार्बन आहेत म्हणून काय म्हणतोय आपण? इथेन. So that will be the chemical name of this refrigerant. Now here I have to find out the refrigerant number. How to find out the refrigerant number? How to find out the refrigerant number? I have to follow the same method. So what is the, which method I am going to follow? RXYZ. RXYZ. त्यापैकी Z काय इंडिकेट करते? Z काय इंडिकेट करते? नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ॲटम. किती आहेत नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ॲटम? त्या ठिकाणी 2 आहेत, त्या ठिकाणी 2 आहेत, म्हणजे 2 अधिक 2 किती झाले? 4. नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ॲटम किती झाले? 4. सेकंड डिजिट काय इंडिकेट करतोय? सेकंड डिजिट काय इंडिकेट करतोय? Y काय इंडिकेट करतोय? नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन प्लस 1. नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन प्लस 1. या ठिकाणी हायड्रोजन किती आहेत? केमिकल फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये हायड्रोजन किती आहेत? 0 आहेत. म्हणजे H+1 किती येणार आहे? H+1 किती येणार आहे? 1 येणार आहे. म्हणजे सेकंड डिजिट काय येणार आहे? 1. Y इज इंडिकेटिंग हायड्रोजन प्लस 1. या ठिकाणी हायड्रोजनच नाही, हायड्रोजनची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? 0. सो H+1 विल बी इक्वल टू 1. थर्ड डिजिट काय इंडिकेट करतोय? X इज इंडिकेटिंग कार्बन -1. X इज इंडिकेटिंग कार्बन -1. नंबर ऑफ कार्बन किती आहेत या ठिकाणी? 2 आहेत. सो 2 - 1 कार्बन -1 C-1 इज नथिंग बट इक्वल टू किती असणार आहे? नंबर ऑफ कार्बन किती आहेत? 2 आहेत. सो 2 - 1 इज नथिंग बट 1 असणार आहे. सो हियर दिस इज नथिंग बट 1 अँड पुढे काय असणार आहे? R. सो R114 will be the refrigerant number for dichlorotetrafluoroethane. R114 will be the refrigerant number for dichlorotetrafluoroethane. समजलं का? समजलं? येस और नो? आता तुम्हाला काय करायचं आहे? R22 साठी जर तुम्हाला काय करायचं आहे? रेफ्रिजरंट केमिकल फॉर्म्युला फाइंड आउट करायचा आहे. फाइंड आउट द केमिकल फॉर्म्युला फॉर R22. 2 मिनिटं आहेत तुमच्याकडे. फाइंड आउट करा R22 साठी. After finding out the chemical formula, you have to tell me the chemical name of that R22. What will be the chemical name? कोण सांगताय? R22 चा केमिकल फॉर्म्युला काय? CCl2F2. बरोबर आहे का? सगळ्याला तेच आले का? CHClF2. ओके, CCl2F2. बाकीचे we have to follow the same method. CHCl2F2. Okay, next. Always remember that carbon will have the 4 valency. One carbon will have the 4 valency. CCl2F2. Okay. We'll find out the chemical formula as well as chemical name for R22. So we'll follow the same method. R22. So that R22 is nothing but ज्यावेळेस 2 डिजिट असतात त्यावेळेस तिसरा डिजिट जो असतो तो काय असतो? 0 असतो. पण तो 0 कुठे असतो? सुरुवातीला असतो. दॅट इज इट विल इंडिकेट दॅट R022. R22 म्हणजेच काय? R022. त्यापैकी फर्स्ट डिजिट काय इंडिकेट करणार आहे? नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ॲटम. तर फ्लोरीन ॲटम किती झाले? F इज इक्वल टू 2 झाले. सेकंड डिजिट काय इंडिकेट करणार आहे? सेकंड डिजिट काय इंडिकेट करतो नेहमी? हायड्रोजन प्लस 1. सो H+1 म्हणजे किती झाले? हायड्रोजन प्लस 1. H+1 इज इक्वल टू किती झाले? 2 आहेत. म्हणजे नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन किती झाले या ठिकाणी? नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन किती झाले? H+1 म्हणजे 2 आहे, इज इक्वल, दॅट मीन्स H इज इक्वल टू 1 झाला. H विल बी इक्वल टू 1. आणि तिसरा काय इंडिकेट करतोय? थर्ड डिजिट इज इंडिकेटिंग द कार्बन -1. सो कार्बन -1 इज इक्वल टू 0 आहे. थर्ड डिजिट किती आहे? 0. म्हणजे कार्बन किती झाले? नंबर ऑफ कार्बन ॲटम किती झाले? 1 झाले. नंबर ऑफ कार्बन ॲटम 1 झाले. म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी केमिकल फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये काय असणार आहे? F इज इक्वल टू 2 असणार आहे, H इज इक्वल टू 1 असणार आहे, कार्बन किती असणार आहे? 1 असणार आहे. तर कार्बन किती आहेत? 1 आहे. एक कार्बन आहे म्हणून व्हॅलन्सी किती असणार आहे त्याची? एका कार्बनला व्हॅलन्सी किती असते? 4 असते. 1 2 3 4. केमिकल बॉन्ड शिकले असाल तुम्ही. 1 2 3 4. आता त्या 4 मधली नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ॲटमने किती कंझ्युम केलेले? आउट ऑफ 4 नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ॲटम इज हॅव्हिंग 2 व्हॅलन्सी, 2 फ्लोरीन आहेत म्हणून 2 फ्लोरीन 2 व्हॅलन्सी कंझ्युम केली. नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन किती आहेत? नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन 1 आहे, म्हणजे 1 काय असणार आहे? हायड्रोजन असणार आहे. आता बाकी काय आहे का ह्या व्यतिरिक्त? दुसरं काहीच नाही. तरी पण एक वॅकन्सी आहे किंवा एक व्हॅलन्सी आहे. ती राहिलेली व्हॅलन्सी कशानं फुलफिल होणार आहे? क्लोरीननं फुलफिल होणार आहे. म्हणजे केमिकल फॉर्म्युला काय येणार आहे ह्याचा? केमिकल फॉर्म्युला काय येणार आहे? CH Cl CHClF2. What will be the chemical name? CHClF2. केमिकल नेम काय असणार आहे? काय असणार आहे? हायड्रोजनचा संबंध नाही, फक्त संबंध कशाचा आहे? नंबर ऑफ क्लोरीन, नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन, नंबर ऑफ कार्बन. नंबर ऑफ क्लोरीन किती आहेत? 1 मोनोक्लोरो. नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन 2 डायफ्लोरो. नंबर ऑफ कार्बन 1 म्हणून मोनोक्लोरो डायफ्लोरो मिथेन. मोनोक्लोरो डायफ्लोरो मिथेन. दॅट विल बी द केमिकल नेम ऑफ R22. समजलं? प्रत्येकाला समजलं का? येस और नो? समजलं प्रत्येकाला? लवकर सांगा. बाकीचे काय अडचण असेल तर विचारा लगेच. अडचण असेल तर विचारा. आहे का कोणाला काय अडचण? लास्ट 2 मिनिट घेतोय फक्त. अजून एक बघितलं असेल तर मोस्ट कॉमनली युज्ड रेफ्रिजरंट जो आहे हॅलोकार्बन रेफ्रिजरंट मधला, तो रेफ्रिजरंट आहे R134A 134A. ऐकलंय नाव कधी? ऐकलंय का सगळ्यांनी नाव? किती जणांनी ऐकलंय? यस म्हणा ज्याने ऐकलंय. R134A हा रेफ्रिजरंटचं नाव किती जणांनी ऐकलंय? हा जो रेफ्रिजरंट आहे R134A, तो तुमचा डोमेस्टिक रेफ्रिजरेटर जर असेल घरी, आता तुम्ही घरी जाय सध्या, घरचा रेफ्रिजरेटर जो आहे त्याच्या पाठीमागचा जो काय तुमचा कॉम्प्रेसर आहे, त्या कॉम्प्रेसर वरती जर तुम्ही बघितलं तर त्यावरती काय नाव असतं? रेफ्रिजरंटचं नाव असतं. तो जर रेफ्रिजरंट जर बघितला असेल तर तो कोणता असतो? R134A असतो प्रत्येक डोमेस्टिक रेफ्रिजरेटर मध्ये. कारण की अगोदरच्या काळामध्ये आपण कोणता युज करत होतो? R12 रेफ्रिजरंट युज करत होतो. पण R12 रेफ्रिजरंट कम्प्लिटली बॅन केलेलं आहे. कशामुळे बॅन केलेलं आहे? कारण की त्या R12 रेफ्रिजरंट मध्ये काय होतं? क्लोरीन ॲटम होता. क्लोरीन ॲटम असल्यामुळे R12 रेफ्रिजरंट कम्प्लिटली बॅन केलेलं आहे. आणि त्याच्याऐवजी R12 ला रिप्लेसमेंट म्हणून आपण कोणता रेफ्रिजरंट वापरतोय? R134A. त्या रेफ्रिजरंट मध्ये क्लोरीन ॲटमची नंबर ऑफ क्लोरीन ॲटम किती? 0 आहेत. त्यामुळं ह्या R134A मुळे काय होतंय? ओझोन डिप्लेशन जे आहे ते काय? 0 आहे. ओझोन डिप्लेशन जे आहे ते काय? 0 आहे. आता ह्याचा जर तुम्हाला केमिकल फॉर्म्युला फाइंड आउट करायचा असेल, 2 मिनिटांमध्ये सांगतोय, 2 मिनिटं फक्त थांबा. ह्याचा जर तुम्हाला केमिकल फॉर्म्युला जर फाइंड आउट करायचा असेल तर मेथड सेमच आहे. त्या ठिकाणी फक्त ए तुम्हाला ऍड झालेलं आहे. हे ए काय इंडिकेट करतं? ए इज इंडिकेटिंग द आयसोटोप. आयसोटोप म्हणजे काय असतं? कुणाला माहिती आहे का आयसोटोप? केमिस्ट्री मधलं कन्सेप्ट आयसोटोप. कुणाला माहिती आहे आयसोटोप? असेल तर सांगा लगेच. आयसोटोप म्हणजे काय, केमिकल फॉर्म्युला सेम, केमिकल फॉर्म्युला सेम, त्याची जर फक्त पोझिशन चेंज झाली, पोझिशन चेंज झाली तर त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण, आयसोटोप. या ठिकाणी ए काय इंडिकेट करत असतो, नेहमी लक्षात ठेवायचं आहे. 123A असू द्या किंवा 134A असू द्या किंवा R400A असू द्या, 410A असू द्या, ए काय इंडिकेट करणार आहे, सेम केमिकल फॉर्म्युला आणि डिफरंट पोझिशन, फक्त त्याला काय म्हणतोय आपण, आयसोटोप म्हणत असतो. बाकीचं जे काय आहे नंबरिंग ते सेमच असणार आहे. या ठिकाणी 4 काय इंडिकेट करणार आहे, 4 काय इंडिकेट करणार आहे, नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ऍटम, म्हणजे फ्लोरीन किती असणार आहे, F = 4 असणार आहे, नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ऍटम 4 असणार आहे. 3 काय इंडिकेट करणार आहे, 3 विल इंडिकेट हायड्रोजन प्लस 1 = 3, H + 1 = 3, म्हणजे H किती येणार आहे, H + 1 = 3. It will indicate number of hydrogen = 2. Number of hydrogen = 2. आणि हा थर्ड डिजिट काय इंडिकेट करतोय, कार्बन -1 = 1, C - 1 = 1, म्हणजे कार्बन किती असणार आहे, नंबर ऑफ कार्बन किती असणार आहे, 2 असणार आहे. C - 1 = 1. It will indicate कार्बन = 2. आता ह्या ठिकाणी नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन किती आहेत, 4 आहेत, नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन किती आहेत, 2 आहेत, आणि नंबर ऑफ कार्बन किती आहेत, 2 आहेत. त्याचा जर मला केमिकल फॉर्म्युला जर लिहायचा असेल, त्याचा जर केमिकल फॉर्म्युला जर लिहायचा असेल तर केमिकल फॉर्म्युला मी कसा लिहिणार आहे ह्याचा, आय विल यूज दिस कलर. 2 कार्बन आहेत, लास्ट 1 मिनिट फक्त, 2 कार्बन आहेत म्हणून मी काय करणार, CC. 2 कार्बन असल्यामुळं एक व्हॅलन्सी काय झालेले या ठिकाणी कंझ्युम झालेले, म्हणजे प्रत्येक कार्बनला, आता ह्या कार्बनची एक व्हॅलन्सी ह्या कार्बन बरोबर किंवा एक बॉन्ड ह्या कार्बन बरोबर गेला, म्हणजे ह्या कार्बनची व्हॅलन्सी किती झाली, किती राहिली, 3 राहिली. ह्या कार्बनचा एक बॉन्ड ह्या बरोबर गेलेला आहे, म्हणजे ह्या कार्बनची व्हॅलन्सी किती राहिलेली, 3 राहिलेली, 3 राहिलेली. म्हणजे आता ह्या ठिकाणी बाकीचे जे व्हॅलन्सी आहेत ते कोण फुलफिल करणार आहे, नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ऍटम किती आहेत, 4 आहेत. आता ह्या ठिकाणी फ्लोरीन ऍटम 4 आहेत, म्हणजे मी काय करू शकतोय, या ठिकाणी पहिला फ्लोरीन, दुसरा फ्लोरीन, तिसरा फ्लोरीन आणि चौथा फ्लोरीन, ह्या 4 फ्लोरीन ऍटम दिले. नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन किती आहेत, 2 आहेत, नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन किती आहेत, 2 आहेत, आणि व्हॅकन्सी किती आहेत, त्या ठिकाणी 2च आहेत, म्हणजे हा एक हायड्रोजन झाला आणि हा एक हायड्रोजन झाला. आता व्हॅकन्सी राहिली का ह्या ठिकाणी, व्हॅकन्सी राहिली का, व्हॅकन्सी राहिलेली नाही, म्हणजे ह्याला काय म्हणणार आहे मी, R134A. ह्या ठिकाणी नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन किती आहेत, 4 आहेत, आणि कार्बन किती आहेत, 2, म्हणून ह्याला केमिकल नाव काय असणार आहे, क्लोरीन ऍटम आहेत का, क्लोरीन ऍटम नाहीत, त्यामुळे डायक्लोरो येणार नाही, डायरेक्ट काय येणार आहे, टेट्राफ्लोरो इथेन. पण ह्याच ठिकाणी मी अजून काय करू शकतो, ह्याच R134A लाच मी कसं लिहू शकतो अजून पण, त्या ठिकाणी कार्बन कार्बन, त्या कार्बनच्या 3 व्हॅकन्सी, त्या कार्बनच्या 3 व्हॅकन्सी आणि एक बॉन्ड तयार झालेला आहे. आता ह्या ठिकाणी 4 फ्लोरीन जे आहेत त्यापैकी 3 फ्लोरीन आपण पहिल्या कार्बनला दिले होते, पण मी ह्या ठिकाणी काय करतोय, त्या ठिकाणी 2च फ्लोरीन देतोय, या ठिकाणी 2 फ्लोरीन, आणि उरलेले जे 2 फ्लोरीन आहेत ते मी ह्या ठिकाणी देतोय, दुसऱ्या कार्बनला देतोय, उरलेले 2 फ्लोरीन ह्या ठिकाणी दुसऱ्या कार्बनला. आणि ह्या ठिकाणी मी काय केलं होतं, 2 हायड्रोजन एकाच कार्बनला दिले होते, पण ह्या ठिकाणी मी काय करतोय, या ठिकाणी 1 हायड्रोजन देतोय आणि ह्या ठिकाणी 1 हायड्रोजन देतोय. आता हे दोन्ही जर तुम्ही फॉर्म्युले बघितले, दोन्ही जर फॉर्म्युले बघितले, हा एक फॉर्म्युला आणि हा दुसरा फॉर्म्युला, तर दोन्ही फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये नंबर ऑफ कार्बन किती आहेत, 2च आहेत, नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन किती आहेत, 2च आहेत, नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन किती आहेत, 2च आहेत, म्हणजे केमिकल फॉर्म्युला काय सेम आहे, फक्त पोझिशनिंग वेगवेगळी झाली, त्यामुळे ह्याला काय म्हणतोय आपण, आयसोटोप म्हणतोय. हे 2 काय झाले, आयसोटोप झाले. आणि हे आयसोटोप असतील तर त्या ठिकाणी आयसोटोप कशाने इंडिकेट करतात, ए ने इंडिकेट करतात. समजतंय ए चं मिनिंग काय आहे ते, हॅव यू अंडरस्टूड द मिनिंग ऑफ ए. ए काय इंडिकेट करणार आहे, आयसोटोप. आयसोटोप म्हणजे काय असणार आहे, सेम केमिकल फॉर्म्युला असणार आहे, फक्त त्याची पोझिशन वेगवेगळी असणार आहे. आणि पोझिशन वेगवेगळी असल्यामुळे काय होते, पोझिशन वेगवेगळी असल्यामुळे त्याचं प्रॉपर्टी ज्या आहेत, फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टी, त्या फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टी काय होत असतात, चेंज होत असतात. सो R134A refrigerant will have the name, chemical name as a tetrafluoroethane. Tetrafluoroethane. So same designation system. So we have completed here designation system of the halocarbon refrigerant. Here same meaning is or same is given. So up to here we have completed. So in the next lecture we are going to see what is meant by azeotropy refrigerant. Are you getting? So now you can write your roll number and you can exit the meeting. Thank you for attending the lecture. Thank you.